What's up guys, this is Danny Matrango with Mind Pump TV, and today I want to show you how to use the leg extension machine to optimally develop your quads. Now, a lot of people will say that this machine is bad for your knees, that it can cause knee problems, and it certainly can, and that's exactly why I want to show you how to use it. Because even though it seems like a real plug and play, just sit down and go type of machine, there's actually some big setup cues and definitely some execution cues that a lot of people miss when they do it. And that can cause a lot of problems long term with your training, especially when you're doing something through like a pivot joint like the knee, where you can build up a lot of force in the extended position and really work some of those tendons a little bit too hard if you do it wrong. So setup first, we'll take a look at this pad right here. All of them are gonna have some type of adjustment piece. Yours might look different than this, but ideally you wanna set this thing up so that your knees are slightly underneath, or not your knees, your shoes are slightly underneath the seat here. That's gonna put a good stretch. And the pad is just above the ankle joint. Now, if pulling the knee into this flexed position right here is too much on your patellar tendon or anything around here, you start to feel some pain, all I want you to do is increase the angle, right? Just make it a little less steep. Eventually, you're gonna find that spot where there isn't any pain, discomfort, or excessive stretch. So for me, I'll show you, I can go pretty far back, so I like to go from there. The second thing is the torso, right? All these machines are gonna have an adjustable back piece. You can either come up super close, and this is gonna be more ideal for a shorter individual with a longer femur. We're gonna have to go further back. So if you have a longer femur, you're gonna go back. Now, the angle you want for most people is gonna be close to 90 degrees or straight up and down. If I'm too far forward into hip flexion, I'm actually gonna start to use the hip flexion piece of my rectus femoris, which is the big quad muscle. So I'll actually limit how much I can use it for knee extension, which kind of screws up the whole movement. So that's why being at 90 degrees is super, super critical when you do this. Another thing almost all of these machines are gonna have, I've never seen one that doesn't, are little hand grips. So what I like to do is I like to grip them pretty hard and make sure that I'm pulling my butt back and making sure that my back is not just in contact with the pad, but my glutes are also being pulled into the seat piece. So from here, I've got a decent grip. I can feel my glutes on the chair underneath me. I can feel my back on the pad behind me. I'm nice and in position again, and we've got the pad just above the ankle. This gives me the ability to fully flex and fully extend the knee, right? And get a full contraction of the quad. Now, that brings me to the second piece of the exercise that's super critical, and probably the piece that's most often misdone or done incorrectly, and that's the tempo, right? I know if you've been in any gym for any extended period of time, you've seen somebody hammering these things out really quick. And what you're doing there is you have a nice concentric explosive portion, but where the quad is working the hardest at this position, there's zero time spent there. Right? You're not spending any time where the quad has to work particularly hard. So as a general rule of thumb for tempo, when you do the quad or leg extension, make sure that you hold the top position, okay? Flex the quad and come down under control. You'll notice a huge difference, and you'll probably notice that you have to use a lot less weight, which when we talk about long-term wear and tear of the knee, it's probably a good thing if we can get these muscles to work harder with less weight. And the last big tip I have for you guys on this guy, and this is a big one, it's foot position, okay? There's a lot of conventional bodybuilding wisdom that if you point the toes out, you work the outer thigh. If you point the toes in, you work the inner portion of the thigh. And really what happens when you do the extension, the whole quad's gonna fire. So which way you point your toes isn't gonna make a big difference. But what it is gonna do is it's gonna put your knee at a super biomechanical disadvantage that could cause some serious disruption to the quad and patellar tendon. So if you look here, you can see my patella, this bone right here, we call that the patella, it's your kneecap. if my feet are pointing straight ahead, my feet are straight ahead, my tibia are straight up and they're in line with my femur, when I flex, or when I go into extension here, and I flex my quads at the top, the patella is gonna drop into a little groove called the trochlear groove. That's where the patella is supposed to go, right? It goes and it drops right into its little spot. And that's how your knee is designed to work. The minute I go into this rotational place, I'm taking the patella and the knee out of its natural kind of groove. And what that's gonna do is it's not gonna let me load the quad tissue up as much as I want, and it's gonna cause some kind of unwanted, nasty stress around the knee. So whenever you do this, just make sure that, I like to think that my big toe, my shin, my tibia, my patella, and my femur all make one nice straight line. I like to think about like just pushing my big toes straight up, flexing my quads hard in extension here, and then coming back down under control. And if you do it like that, you don't need a ton of weight, and you'll feel your quads really blow up. And again, this is an isolation exercise, so it's one of the ones where execution is a hell of a lot more important than load. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again for tuning in. If you have any questions, make sure you drop them below. If you have other machine things like this that you want us to touch on, we'd love to do that for you. Just make sure you give us some feedback. Again, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks so much for tuning in.